Hi, Gina. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. How was your week?
Week is good.
Good.
Did you hear about
Oh, you just started right off the bat and you're laughing. It's not good.
it might be old news, but like the pilots meowing over the air. Did you hear that?
I saw like an article headline and then I was like, I'm not. I just scrolled past it, but it's on my it's in my level of awareness.
I don't know whether to be like mortified or very.
I think that's why I didn't read it, because I was like, I can't read anything that makes me more afraid to fly. And if these guys are meowing or whatever and not, I mean, if they're just like hamming around and being funny, good for them. It's a long, tedious job. But I was like, I can't read anything that's going to make me feel like these guys are not serious.
like over like the airwaves.
Deadly serious.
Like, are they doing like what's the show?
That's
like,
the part
like
that feels a little bit like.
Troopers? What was that? The show where they were like, not right, meow. They were like they would pull somebody over and try to say, instead of now.
They would insert their word meow.
Because I totally do it. Like, instead of saying now, I try to say meow wherever applicable.
It was a comedy show?
Yes. Okay. And they would try to do it like.
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of it.
I was like, is that what they were doing? Like, why are they meowing?
No. Did you read in great detail what was going on there?
Nah.
I don't need more things. Listen, I'm already a nervous flyer.
Right.
If I feel like these pilots aren't like 100% deadly serious, they can have a personality and be fun, but I just need them to be like deadly serious while they're flying my plane.
Yeah, that I feel like is one of those jobs, like that surgeon, where it's like,
I don't want to know if you're quirky and fun.
Gotta be on.
I just want to think that this is all you do all day, every day.
That sent me. I've been like waiting to like say that to you. Like, have you heard?
You were like, oh man, I'm so excited to bring this up.
Anyway, how was your week?
It was good. Really busy. It's May-cember. Like, I hate that term because I'm like, what are we doing? What are they saying?
Elementary school.
But now I get it. It's May-cember. It's almost the beginning of May, which already it was February 3 seconds ago. And all the like boom, boom, boom emails and the graduations and all the life events are happening. And I'm just like, I am not staying on top of it.
Yeah, well, graduating from, for me, it's weird because of the way our district did it, because they changed it now, but they're in elementary school still until 6th grade.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I keep forgetting that Aria's graduating.
Yeah, last year of elementary. So
That's a
all
big
those
one.
events.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like, okay, it's your last. Like, soak it in.
Are you doing
but,
like parties?
Nobody has any time. We usually do like an end of the year thing with our neighbors and stuff. But like she just has like a little graduation ceremony, and then the kids get to take off from there. So you have like a whole day to go do something fun with your family or whatever. Just a lot of stuff. There's like a parent kickball game. I signed Chris up, and I was like, I'm not getting sweaty.
Aww.
Yeah.
Take so many pictures. We decorated our cars only because for Ava, it was still like during like the tail end of COVID.
Yeah.
So they graduated outside. It was like a drive-by graduation, which I'm still,
That was like the year of drive-by everything.
Bitter about it.
Drive-by graduation, drive-by birthday parties, drive-by wedding showers.
Not bitter in the way of like, the school did everything that they could. Just bitter that the timing of that. But they loved it. They look back and think like, it was so cool. And she keeps saying like, I'm just glad you weren't in there because it's such a small like auditorium that I hear you crying. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like some crying in the car as I'm driving by inside.
With the woman sobbing in the back, please keep it down.
But we like decorated cars and stuff, but take so many pictures of like her little like friend group because now that I'm going into Ava's like senior year and I'm starting to think of all these things, like it's so cute to look back, like, God willing, they're still all friends with the same group. Right. It's like cute to have that like
little 5th grade t-shirts and stuff.
Take lots of pictures.
Yeah, I think they do like a clap out, like you go around the school and stuff. I know.
Makes me cry.
It's just right now it just feels like all of that stuff needs to be on my calendar and then it's going to happen so fast. So anyway, busy.
It's exciting.
But this is exactly what we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
So in honor of Mother's Day, which is coming up, we're both mothers. We know maybe not all of our listeners are. That's okay. But I saw this really cute, I don't know if it was a reel first or something, but it made me do a little bit of a deep dive because it was like all the job titles that moms hold. And it's kind of like unrecognized labor a lot of the time, which, me, I'm a big fan of dredging up all the unrecognized labor that we're doing. So I just thought it was really cute because when I went through the list and stuff, I was like, oh, 100%. Like all of these different job titles that we hold.
Yes.
As a mom. Mom is a big thing. But underneath that umbrella, there's all these like little facets of, and to be fair, dads share a lot of them too.
Yes.
And this is going to vary from house to house.
Sure.
Like I scrolled down, and I was like, financial manager, maybe not your thing, maybe not my thing, maybe it is. But I do feel like moms for sure are bearing the brunt of a lot of these different, like, I don't know what the word is. They're almost like professions.
Yeah,
you
roles.
could make this your full-time job, but when you're a mom, it's just expected to be part of your daily life.
It is. And I don't know why I'm getting like emotional right off the bat. But not everyone is a mother, but
Yeah.
everyone is a mother to somebody in a way of, you play that role. And so many of these, I'm just like looking at the list.
Yeah.
Can be your aunt, can be a person in your church or somebody who has taken on one of these facets.
Yes,
so
right.
if you're with us and you're tuning in, don't tune out if you don't have your own
if
kids.
You're not
because
a mom, for sure.
some of these, I can think of many people in my life that, fill in for these or add to the role that my mother plays in these.
And speaking as a mother, I love that you brought that up, because when you can share some of this with other people, like, I'm not 100% that person for these kids,
Right.
because I have other people who step in, they're strong here. That's huge.
Yeah.
Like the whole "it takes a village" thing is so true.
1,000%. So we're
Yeah.
going to go through these roles and, hey, use them. Maybe you can get a better gift on Mother's Day. Be like, I have 14
Really
roles.
recommend that you listen to this in the car with a significant other.
Right to gifts.
And your children. It's
my love language.
So they can appreciate all the different things that we
Yes.
take on every day. Literally, I was honestly thinking there's probably more we could brainstorm. There's a good list here. And I was like, I think I could also add some to that.
Oh, we could double it.
So, all right. Want to get started?
Yes.
Okay.
Me?
Sure. Go for it. First one.
Caregiver. So nurse, health manager, handles illnesses, injuries, medication, overall well-being. I won't read everything, but the umbrella of caregiver.
Oh my gosh. And I was just talking about this. This role falls onto you immediately because you are in charge of the baby, either from the time it is like conception, because you're carrying it, or from the time of birth, or shortly thereafter, when you have no idea as a human you've never had a baby before.
Right.
Every new parent is like, is this normal? But that is like such a high stress environment to be in. If that was your only job, it would be stressful enough. Like, what are they breathing different? And I feel like when you're a new mom, some of that stuff, you're just like, looking back, you're like, it was nothing. Everybody does it. But you don't know, and you're just like feeling it all out. You're like, I'm in charge of making sure this, like, how many ounces does a baby eat?
You like leave.
Do you remember doing all that?
Okay. Oh yeah. I used to wake Ava up like.
Am I weighing this baby to make sure it's growing?
Yes.
There was like the little vitamin drops or whatever that our pediatrician, and I was like, I don't even know if she chokes on them.
What
I don't know what I'm doing.
And things have come so far
Like the
now. I
nasal
mean,
thing?
Ava's 17, but like the nasal bulb
Aspirator thing.
Oh my gosh, when you have a C-section baby, like I remember them saying like, hey, you gotta like suck it out because she's a C-section baby and they don't get pushed through.
Yeah, it doesn't like force all this stuff out of their
stays in their like lungs, so you got to make sure they don't like aspirate. And I was like, oh, okay. With what? Like this? You're like
while
sucking
I'm
it
watching
out,
her
like,
breathe that night.
Yeah. No training whatsoever.
know. And that doesn't go away.
No.
Because then your kids get older. More stuff is going on. They're going through different phases. And usually you're also doing that for somebody else in your home. You're doing it for yourself. And so we're not qualified.
No.
But we're thrown into it.
No.
And you're 100% in charge of keeping those little ones healthy.
Yep.
From the get.
And that's where the village comes in too, because how many times did I call my sister-in-law, my mom, like, what do I do? This is happening.
Normal?
Is this normal? Like, run into the hospital and call in the doctor's office, and you figure it out. But
yeah, you do.
It's your immediate role.
It's a lot of stress too. And then I just want to give a nod to caregiver never ends, right? Because usually I'm going to just expand this beyond mothers. If you've been a mother, that starts. But if you're a woman that belongs to any kind of community or family, your caregiving role is until your last breath usually.
Oh, yeah.
And that changes form over time, but always it's going to be like, who do we look to now that we're in this new situation where somebody needs more care or whatever? the women, right?
I mean,
the moms,
even
the
with your
women,
kid,
the daughters,
what do you tell your kids when they're in public? And, if you ever lose mom or something, like, you look for a police officer.
Go find a mom.
Look for a mom. You find a mom.
Yeah.
Go up and find a mom. I remember there was one of our neighbors, speaking of caregivers, looking for women, moms. One of our neighbors, they were outside and she was doing something. She fell off her bike or something. And her, like, permanent tooth, came out.
Oh, no, it's like one of my fears. I have, like, nightmares about that.
She, like, ran up to my door and she was like, Miss Gina. And I'm thinking, like, luckily,
I'm not handling that.
That was, like, one thing that I actually was like,
milk on ice.
Well, I was, like, a little bit qualified because of my profession
Better
before.
you than anybody else.
So I was like, we're going to, put gauze and, like, but had it been anything, if it was like a limb, I would have been like, I don't know.
You worked in an ortho.
Go next door.
You worked in an ortho office, so you were slightly more prepared than the average mom, but I feel like some mom would have just been like, I don't know, put it on ice.
Oh, and I'm sure that I was the office.
Take it home to your own mom.
I was like the treatment coordinator / office manager. So, I mean, I physically didn't touch teeth. I'm sure my boss at the time.
Reattaching teeth by their roots or anything.
I did it enough to where it saved her tooth. Like, she was able, she still has her teeth. And I'm sure my boss would have been like, what? You told her to what? And I was like, listen, I got the job done.
I think you're supposed to put it in Jerry Coke.
It's like, what you're going to do is
I read something on the internet.
I was like, luckily it was your tooth and not like a finger, but
oh my gosh,
yeah,
that's scary.
Yeah,
there's so many things. You're always making calls, tough calls. Like, what do I do? Is this a hospital visit? Is this I should stay up all night and watch them because this fever is borderline? It's all the time. You don't grow out of it. And it's a lot of pressure.
Army crawling into their room
and you
to hear them
never
breathing.
want to get it wrong.
No.
So then there's the guilt that comes along with, like, did I make the right call in this situation, the wrong call? I think guilt will be a pervasive theme, too. Like, if you're falling short in any of these areas, then you're immediately the hardest on yourself about it.
Always.
All right, I'm going to throw another job title out at you. Teacher / educator. Again, from the very get, from little things like ABCs, which I love to bring up because I feel like you have a great story about teaching Gianni's ABC.
It's traumatic.
To, like, bigger life lessons, you're constantly teaching.
Yep.
Even if it's just modeling, like, you want your kids to know how to wash a dish properly. Like, you have all this pressure to, like, show them a good example of running a home, but also don't send them to preschool or kindergarten without knowing anything. You should have already taught them, ABCs and reading and I feel like that bar keeps like lowering what the expectations are of like, wait, we don't start teaching kids that in kindergarten. They should come knowing it. And you're like, oh, okay, all right, that was on me then?
No big deal.
Well, I was keeping them alive. Yeah. Okay.
Look people in the eye when you talk to them.
Social skills, yes. Like you just said that. Well, I was thinking, what else? Because again, it doesn't end. And were you just telling me? Yes, you were just telling me about like making sure your kids make eye contact and not looking down at a phone. Like there's so many ongoing things that we are supposed to be educating all the time.
Yeah, and I don't think that role ever ends either. I feel like my mom is still teaching me things or saying, like, hey, just so you know.
Yeah, they have experience, you don't. Yeah. So you're going like, okay, what about, I feel like I'm learning, I'm talking to my mom about like perimenopause or something. I'm like, is this normal? Like you're just always educating. I know, it's a lot. I like, as a teacher, I like that that's in there because I feel like I do not want to, as a teacher, depending on how young the kids are, I do not want to be the one teaching please and thank you. Please send them to school at least equipped with basic. But you would be just like shocked.
No, I wouldn't be. I've seen it.
You would not be shocked.
Yeah.
At just the kids need so many things taught to them explicitly, and I feel like some of that naturally you're like, yeah, of course we're going to talk about that in our home, but like maybe not as natural.
No,
it needs to be explicitly taught.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's maybe just day and time kind of thing. Like we're all so busy that maybe some of that isn't as ingrained or normal. But just a little example, I'm going to call out a stranger. And, the stranger was a child. So I'm going to be delicate here. It wasn't like life or death. But I was just kind of like taken aback by like, oh, wow, okay. We were sitting at Gianni's basketball game. And this girl came up. She had just finished her game. And her backpack apparently was behind me. And I was just sitting there, did not know this girl at all. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe a young teen. And she just went, hey. And I like looked because I wasn't sure if she was talking to me. And she's like, can you grab my backpack? And I was like, sure. And so I just turned around, gave it to her, and she just walked away. And I was like, there was no please.
Yeah.
No thank you.
There was no end caps with the start with a please.
Right. And I mean, I'm pretty casual.
Right.
I'm not like, prim and proper.
Yeah.
Like I know etiquette. I feel like I'm well mannered, but I'm around kids a lot. So I'm not expecting like a hello, Mrs. Lesperance. Like, but I was just like, dang, it was just like a, hey, like, I'm like, dude, I don't know you. Like, yeah, that was just it. I was like, oh, here you go. Like,
I mean, yeah. And then you always want, okay, whatever, not my circus, not my monkeys. So then you're always sending your kids into the world thinking like, we've covered this, right? Like there's that pressure that like you would never just like say, hey, to some mom on the bleachers, right? Like so then it's like you feel like you're constantly like, have we talked about that? Have I brought that up? And like, I'm sure. And a lot of it is modeling.
Yeah.
The kids aren't going to learn everything from what you're saying. They're watching you, but like, I don't know. It's a lot of pressure.
It's both. Yeah. It's what you say and it's what your actions. But are your kids at the age where like Ava now is starting to recognize that everything's becoming a lesson? Where now she'll be like, oh bro, no. Like great. Now she's like, listen, I know not to just say
you're
like
about to get a lecture.
Yeah, but you see that kind of stuff and you think, oh, did I tell them that? Like you said.
Because as soon as a kid acts like that, you're immediately thinking, well, her parents didn't teach her. Do you know what I mean? Like, and so then it's like, I don't ever want my kids to walk around the world and be like, did nobody ever tell them how to be? So, yeah, oh my gosh, Alessia is always like, I know.
Right?
I know.
And nobody's perfect. They're kids. I mean, I drill into Gianni to the point, like, especially because he's a boy, not to be so like archaic. A girl should just as important. It's just as important to look people in the eye. But I feel like I'm raising a man, and it's like shake a firm handshake and look in the eyes. But it's to the point like he's not perfect. There's times where he doesn't do it, And we were just getting Kona ice or something after his last track meet, and the guy that he was ordering from, I was like, look him in the eye, and he's like, I'm looking at the menu, and I was like, all right.
You're like, look,
guy was like, I appreciate that, ma'am. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying. I'm trying so hard.
I find myself doing that too. Like my kids will order at a restaurant, and I'm like, you're talking to him, not me, right? Because they'll like look at me.
Oh yeah, they immediately
chicken tenders. And I was like, use the voice that you talk to me with at home. Also, he's talking to you. Like, look at him.
I know.
And I'm sure the waiter's just like, dude, just order for your kid. Like, I don't want to be part of this life lesson. Right. Like, you have to. Yes. I don't know.
Maybe they get.
It's all the time.
I understand order anxiety.
I know. I had to order your chicken tenders too.
My Taco Bell.
You get like giggle fits though. It wasn't a lack of manners or anything. You just like a high stress situation make you laugh.
Oh,
my kids are not giggling; they're just like mumbling.
Do you know that both of my kids inherited that from me?
No, really. You have to order their chicken tenders for them?
Well, just
you're like Ryan. It's on you. All three of you are like.
In any scenario, because when Ava was like younger and like kind of starting like puberty and stuff, and, like she was like overly emotional, so it would stress me out, and I would be like, so I would get so nervous that I would like laugh, and then she would get so mad at me, and then I would have to explain like, listen, I'm not laughing at you. This is a personal problem that I deal with.
I also experienced.
I'm nervous in this moment. I don't know how to handle this.
Funny to me. Of all the like weird things that I deal with, or like anxiety in social situations, like ordering at a restaurant. Yeah. When you would say that, I'd be like, girl, get it together.
I can't stop.
Bruh.
Seriously.
You got to get past this.
And now both kids, like they'll start.
That's cute.
If we're in church and they start laughing, I'm just like, get out of here. Because I know like they're not going to stop.
The whole row will go down like dominoes.
And my kids are 17 and 15. If someone sneezes, they're laughing.
Forget
I'm like,
it.
just leave.
Yeah.
Just leave. I don't know why it's funny. Just go.
I'm 43. If the wrong thing happened in like church or something, listen, I would still die laughing. Listen, I would have to be escorted out.
What age will I mature to the point where, like, if somebody farts, it takes every...
That wasn't going to say but that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, but if that were to happen...
At least it'd be the both of us.
I feel like a bunch of us would be dying, though, right? You just look around and you're like, don't make eye contact. And then, like, 50% would be very serious about it, and the other 50% of us would have to just all meet in the bathroom.
I think I'll be 70 still laughing with somebody farts.
I don't think ever, except for maybe when you can't hear any longer. Then your chances will go down.
You just can't hear it. Oh, wow. Okay. We got
I love you got to do the next one, because I feel like this is an area where you shine, but also... You're more kind in this region than I am.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, 100%. I'll tell you why. Go ahead.
Okay.
What is the next job title as mothers?
The next one is chef, nutritionist, planning all the meals, grocery shopping, cooking, picky eaters, all of that kind of thing. There are a lot of roles in motherhood, and some of them are not my forte. I don't even know.
For sure.
Well, referee definitely isn't one because I just immediately get...
Financial manager, I think, comes later. We'll glaze over that one.
There's not great at playing on the floor, certain things, but I do truly love to cook for my family. Yeah, because
you love it, and it doesn't bother you to say, like, well, Johnny likes this, Ava likes that, so I'll do 2 different things.
Yeah.
I don't have that bone in me. I think it's partly the way I was raised, too. I'm like, there's chicken.
Yeah.
Eat the chicken.
Now, okay, but if they don't eat the chicken and they're like, but I'm so hungry.
Eat a bowl of oatmeal.
Yeah, you sound like Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not making 3 different, but God bless you if you do. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's just not personally where I'm at. Some of the other stuff I really get into, like fun treats and, obviously cooking meals and stuff. But I love how we say, like, okay, but this is an area we don't mind. And there are so many, like, reels and stuff of moms that are like, when did it become my job to feed these people, like, 3 meals a day until they die?
I know.
And you're just like, oh, yeah, that's got to be really stressful if that's not your thing.
Yeah.
It is a nonstop. Either that or you're figuring out, like, where are we getting our food from? Because I'm not cooking it, So then you're ordering or you're making healthy choices the best you can.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And it's all okay. And like I said, if it's not your thing, there's many things that aren't. But, the joy. Even last night, I made that roast that I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah.
And shout out Farrah Feeds, that Instagram. If you're not following, follow her because she has a lot of great recipes. And I made her, like, oven roast. Mm-hmm. I was, like, to the point where Gianni was like, could you stop staring at me? But I was like,
because he was enjoying it.
He was enjoying it so much.
Yeah, it warmed your heart.
And I was like, you like it, right? Did you try the jalapenos? And he was like, could you just back up a little bit? Like,
creeping me out.
I was so excited. So excited.
I feel like I relate to that one deeply. I do feel like sharing love with people is like giving them a meal. You're really excited. But then also this is like chef/nutritionist. And that brings me so much like stress. And guilt. Like, am I buying healthy enough foods? What is everybody eating? I started telling my kids, like, 2 fruits and a vegetable that is, like, non-negotiable in a day.
Yeah.
And, like, they'll still try to get away with. And I'm just like, I can't be taking care of everybody's health in this whole house. It's too much stress for me.
It is stressful.
So, like, take your vitamins, eat the vegetables. I cannot care.
Yeah.
Like, until you're 25.
No.
I have to, like, release some of this because that comes with a lot of guilt. I feel like too.
Well, and then
am I doing it the right way? Am I buying the right products?
Yes.
It doesn't even end with their nutrition. It's like with everything they put on their body and
that's
lotions.
What I was gonna say,
yes.
Yeah, life gets more difficult. They get older and they're gaining weight, they're losing weight, they have acne, they're dealing with different like stressors, and so you're like, she's calling you from school like I have stomach cramps.
Should I be cooking differently so that you have less acne, or should I be buying different products to like assist you in the? It is so much.
It is, and you're always like again
sucks a little bit of the joy out when you make the roast. You're like. Yes.
I know. And you're constantly learning. We're not like I say a million times, I'm not a scientist. Like she'll call me from school. I'm like, I guess I'll order peppermint pills and digestive enzymes and just eat more pineapple. And like, it's just like, you just can never.
But you do carry that weight. That's something I've said to Chris so many times in our household. Yeah. If everybody's eating healthy in this household, who is the catalyst for that?
Yeah.
100% me. It's not like he's walking around going like, I think we scrap some of these prepackaged snacks and go with more whole fruits. Like, that's me. So then if I feel like everybody's out of whack, that's on me. You should be eating healthier. I should be eating healthier. You should be, you know what I mean? I don't love that one.
No.
I'd rather just bake them brownies.
I know. And then it's so multifaceted, too, because you're trying to, be mindful, not be wasteful.
Yeah,
and, with food waste. And you can never get it right because everybody loves bananas, and you're buying bananas, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, they must take a vote.
Bananas.
Nobody wants bananas.
Yeah. You have 100 frozen bananas.
You just never get it right.
No, and you can't, but then also it's like one of those things where you have to, like, hold it lightly because you feel like this is a trap. There's no way to win at this. No. So I can't put this much pressure on myself to be doing this perfectly.
No.
And you figure out whatever your system is for grocery shopping, meal planning, whatever it is. I like batch cooking. I feel like I stumbled into that because I'm just so sick of cooking like dinner every night. And I'm like, all right, so I got to figure out a new system.
I have a question about batch cooking actually, now that you're bringing it up though, I know that there are certain things
older
you
kids
make.
too. I feel like it works better.
Older kids because they're in sports and stuff.
Yeah.
And so like you're batch cooking if you're doing like, muffins or egg bites, I think you said you made or whatever. But like when you say batch cooking, because like I don't batch cook, but I do try to meal prep in the way that like I'll make a meal like, ground beef bowls are huge around here. And I'll kind of combine it with like taco night because both kids. Yeah,
that's kind of what I mean though.
Right? Like Gianni doesn't like sweet potatoes, but Ava does. So I'll do taco bowls. She does the ground beef with sweet potatoes. He'll make a taco, whatever. And I make a ton thinking this is also meal prep. So for tomorrow.
So like somebody's lunch. Yeah.
Are they eating it the next day? Because I feel like I do that.
Yes, my kids know.
Yeah, mine aren't great about that.
That's what's in the fridge.
Okay.
There's also oatmeal.
Like
if you don't like it, make eggs. No, I don't anymore. No, because our life is very busy.
Yeah.
And if I was just home all the time with nothing better to do than cook them fresh meals every day, I still don't think, I think I would resent that. But like, it would be like, okay, well, you have time. So no, our lives are very busy.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's always been the thing where it's just like there's leftovers. So they're used to it. And like you can kind of reinvent things. Like you said, like I'll batch cook ground beef.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, so I also have tortilla shells. There's shredded lettuce. You can make a bowl.
Yeah.
There's whatever, all different applications. My kids are really into baked potatoes right now, which I think is hilarious. I couldn't get
jacket potatoes.
Pay them to eat a baked potato, any form of potato except for a French fry until like this year. And now it's like the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
So I batch cooked baked potatoes.
Yeah.
Just like there's 10 baked potatoes in my fridge. Maybe there's ground turkey, maybe there's other things to put with it, but I feel like that's like your little side and whatever.
My kids, they make fun of me because
you're
you're also like the manager of your refrigerator, and not everyone knows, especially all the people that have like counter depth or whatever. Yeah. Like you can only fit, you can't see what's in there. It's
a nightmare.
So I'm always saying like, just so everyone knows, there's fresh strawberries, there's mangoes, there's ground beef, there's chicken, blah, 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 and they're like, we know.
And then
I'm
you also have to make it accessible for them. Yes. So if there's fresh strawberries, it's like they've already been washed, or like I've cut things or whatever. It's just.
And because everyone's so particular, I'm like, and I have jalapeno sauce for you, and I have buffalo sauce for you, and I have
all your favorite
sauce.
condiments are on this side of the door.
Anything that you want to add to it, and they're like, we know. I'm like, no, you don't, because nobody's eating anything. Like, no, you must not know.
They're like, we're going to Chipotle. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, especially now that they can drive. Just last night, Gianni called me. Ava picked him up from something. Like they were in between a bunch of different things, and he's like, hey, Ava just got me. Can we get food? And I'm like, no.
Right. I got a killer roast here waiting for you. You're going to love this roast, and I'm going to watch you enjoy it.
Yes. Going to watch you very closely.
Like a creep. Okay. The next one is chauffeur, and we don't have to talk about this for very long. I think it's implied.
Yeah.
But until they drive, 100% of their little schedule falls on you, Mom. So thank God we have busing for school. I'm not like hauling kids back and forth to school. Some people have to start with that.
Yeah.
And then all the little things, doctor's appointments, sports, all the things. I mean, again, that's like a small one, but a taken for granted thing. Like my mom will just get me there. Sometimes I will say my kids are old enough now where they're like, yeah, I got to be at whatever. And I'm like, did you ask a parent, since you don't drive or float?
Right.
Did you verify with us that would even be a possibility for you in your little life?
No, they never do.
No. I mean, we're working on it. I'm explicitly teaching it now. But I'm like, oh, all right. Well, you should have probably checked here first. I don't know. Just never ends.
Yeah.
And it does end.
It does end. I will say, this one I'll say, like...
And are you sad?
I will say...
Have a car full of kids
I don't want to, like, cry the whole episode, but
it's okay. Let it out.
Enjoy this one, because specifically, like, the sports and having, like, other kids in the car, and, like... Enjoy that part of it.
Those are good times.
Yeah.
Those are good times. Or even, like, driving to a sports event now, which, again, like, we don't. My kids are younger. We have like a specific playlist, like a hype list or something. So I feel like it's all part of the experience. And on a Tuesday, when I'm just getting somebody from like school to sports with like lunch in the car, I'm not talking about that. But like when we're driving to something, it feels like a whole
it is
family event. Yeah, back and forth.
I used to like bring food when I would pick them up from volleyball, like early on. They were like, I don't even know, 7th grade or something, and I was just so excited to be able to like
snacks
do it
for everybody.
Oh, I'd go get pizzas.
Yeah,
and like just pass boxes of pizzas back, and I'll never forget because the car was full. I think I had like 6 girls, and a few of them were like very tall girls, and then the littlest ones were Ava and one of her best friends, Layla, and they were like tiny to the point where like, oh my gosh, when you saw them on the court, you were like, they look like they didn't even belong.
Right.
And the girls were like slamming pizza and they could not keep up and they were trying so hard. And I was just like, don't throw up back there. Like,
please don't throw up
it's
in
not
my
a
car.
contest. It was a treat. Like,
right. It's so true though. Your car just becomes like a apartment. Like there's socks. We were just laughing about socks getting left around, but like there's socks in the back of my car, food. It's just
but it goes by like that.
Yeah. I know. I'm trying to remind myself. Okay. How about the next one?
House manager. Oh, I like this one. I like this title.
I like the title.
Operations manager.
I hate like 3/4 of the tasks.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't. Wait,
right.
Keeps household, but like I see it as like operations manager, house manager. Like you can like dictate. You can outsource.
Oh, that's good thinking.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because some of the tasks are like cleaning, organizing, scheduling, budgeting, and I'm like, bleh, bleh. Cleaning, gross. Right. I don't want to do any of that stuff. But when you say operations manager, I mean, you can delegate too.
Exactly.
Which is the ultimate goal.
I actually love that.
Remember when I taught you how to clean a toilet? It's your time.
Do it now.
It's your time to shine.
Oh, my kids
show the world that I raised you with skills.
They get so mad at me when I'm this. Actually, though, this ticks me off. But I'll be like, "Hey, throw this away for me," and they'll be like, "You're right here," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm the bossy." Like,
I love that. That works.
Yeah, like here, throw this away. Like, no, I'm doing other stuff. I'm chopping stuff.
Right.
Throw it away
it's
for me.
It's not because you're standing there just like enjoying your sweet time. Yeah. You're probably in the middle of 3 other things.
I will say though, this I enjoy it, but it is a little difficult for me because of some of my, OCD or whatever. I do have a hard time.
Specifically,
I have a hard time delegating tasks sometimes. Like I find myself just being like, I'll just do it. Yeah, it's just easier if I do
hear
it.
That. Yeah. I actually think that's a very common mom thing. It's like I could just do this easier than it or quicker than it takes for me to explain to you.
It, yeah.
But I do also feel like just the coordinating everybody's schedules and stuff, like, does that really fall on you? We're getting better about sharing that because we have like a Google or a family calendar or whatever, iCalendar, whatever.
Don't tell Ryan. I revolt on that.
Oh my gosh. How do you manage your life though?
I write it down.
Oh, that's beautiful. How does everybody see it
when
they're like in various places?
Don't touch my stuff.
So like Alessia just for her birthday finally got an iPhone.
Yeah.
And I was the most geeked that all of her sports announcements, calendar notification, I'm like, good. You know what you're going to do? Add yourself to her family calendar.
Oh, yeah.
She's in her little sports app. So if the coach at the last minute is like, wear your blue shorts, it's blue shorts. I'm like, guess who's not 100% responsible for blue shorts today?
Yeah.
Me.
Oh, yeah. That's wonderful.
I love it. All the little notifications.
The reminds.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Practice is different tonight. Bring this. The school emails, I feel like I'm still like following up on. Like, you get a test tomorrow, right? But I love that, like, delegating some of that out and not being the sole, because it is. Without that, I feel like I'm the one who's like, what things do we have going on this week? And Chris is really good about sharing the calendar with me and updating it as soon as he gets a new thing that would affect all of us. But that's a big deal.
I don't trust a calendar. Ryan's been trying to get me on his Google Calendar forever.
Oh my gosh, that's wild to me that you guys don't do that.
I'm like, nope, I want to write it in my
want that
paper
big
planner.
One that hangs in your kitchen. Do you remember those were real popular?
The what?
It's like a big digital calendar.
Oh yeah,
love that.
No,
it's like a dream come true.
I just want to write it down, and I think I'm
love writing.
I'm too
down,
like old school about it. I want you just heard me say it. I want to be like, where are you going? What time are you gonna be home? Like. Wow. And he's always like, if you had my Google Calendar, you'd be able to see it. And I'm like, I don't want to see it.
I don't want it to replace all the communication or anything, but I love organization.
Yeah.
I feel like that is an area where I'm like, I will organize.
I like it. It just, there's something about it that makes my particular, like my OCD, like there's too many hands in this. Too many people can access and add events. And what if somebody erases an event I put in? Like, I can't.
See, and then me and Chris mismatch a little bit about that because he'll put everybody's calendar in with ours. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
No, I can't be worried if you have like a dentist appointment if you're not in my immediate house.
Right.
I can't clutter up my mind with those things. So I just like uncheck those things.
Yeah. I struggle with that.
I can understand. But it is because it is such a huge task.
Yeah.
So your paper calendar must be epic.
It is.
Okay. And you have a system that works for you.
Yeah. Works so far.
Right. To whatever extent.
Yeah.
Okay. Cleaning, I could pass on all day long. Would love to delegate that.
I hate
Delegated.
cleaning. Yeah.
Give it away. I hate it. I'm sure some people love it.
Yeah. No, I delegate anything I can.
Yeah. I mean, I like some of these tasks and stuff. But, okay, the next one's heavy.
Which one? Oh, counselor.
Yes.
Emotional support specialist. Listens to worries, helps processes feelings, gives advice. Yeah, that's a heavy one.
Yeah, and it starts pretty early.
Yeah, it starts very early. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that one I can say, I think depending, I think most times they come to mom first.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do have a son, so there are things he does go to Ryan about first, but Ryan carries a lot of this as well. We're definitely a team here.
I was going to say, of a lot of these tasks, if there's anything where I hope that the load is more shared for other women, wives, moms, it would be counselor, emotional support, like advice. That is not something that I feel like I would ever want to take on my own without like a partner saying like, oh no, I'm going to talk to them about that too. Or like, oh, why are you so stressed? And I'm saying I'm stressed because what your kids are going through. And then like, help me help them or whatever. I'm very thankful. I'm going to add a little caveat for us because we're also spiritual people. I feel like this is very much a shared load with us.
Oh yeah.
But like spiritual counseling, what's the right word? Education. You feel like you're entrusted with these little human beings. You want them to know what the most important thing in the world is.
Yeah.
And so that's an additional facet where you feel like you can't get that wrong, right? You want to be showing them like what a life well lived looks like.
That's a big one. I know, like for me, both
it's heavy because I feel like it's a big responsibility.
Yeah, and for me, both my kids they chose to be baptized. Earlier they were both 13, and I remember one of our ministers that we both respect. I was a little nervous about it because when Ava asked, I wasn't there, and he was, and he's somebody that we've leaned on through my life. Yeah, and I called him, and he said, he comforted me and told me like he was there, he saw it go down and everything. But what he said was the rest of this journey happens at home. Like, okay, she made the ultimate decision, but like now you're there to guide her through the rest of. Yeah, and it's good that
she's young. She's still under your wing, and you're saying like, yeah, this is tough, but like this is how we deal with it. Or
so there are many facets.
Yeah, and then this one I feel like I'm struggling with more. Like they say, bigger kids, bigger problems. So some of the emotional hurt feeling stuff that they have early on is like easily maybe remedied, or they felt left out, and you go as this stuff gets harder and the issues get heavier, it is so hard to separate it from your own like dysregulation. I hate using like that word, but like I'll be upset in an afternoon and I'm like, what is wrong with me? And it's because my kid told me something. So now I'm like, I have beef with like a 13-year-old. And I was just telling another good friend of mine, I am having such a hard time going like, that's okay. Like, like modeling what I'm like immediately also dysregulated. Yeah.
Oh, that's so hard.
It is really hard for me. It might be time of life or whatever, but I'm like, don't tell me. Yeah. Now I'm like, I want to drive down to so-and-so's house and be mad at them or something.
Well, and with girls, it's different because I feel like they can't, like, it is a bigger deal emotionally. It's just how they, comprehend things. But with boys, I had to just tell myself not to do it because 5 seconds later they're fine. Yeah. And the whole day you texted me from school. Yeah, like you text me from school. I'm upset all day. He comes home. He's like, oh no, we're fine. And I'm like, you're fine.
I wasted a whole afternoon about it.
I've been pacing the floors. Like
that's what I mean though. I think other people might have they might be better at having that distance. I don't have that. No. I got to cultivate some distance. No. Immediately. I'm like, what? Who? Why? Why do they hate us?
Oh, I know. You go there. Or you go to past traumas.
I'm like, why? Are they mad at me?
I know. Is it because
you think their mom's mad at me?
Yeah, I know. No, they hate our whole family.
That's me.
Yeah.
Immediately.
No, that's normal. I also think what I like about this one, the emotional support specialist or counselor, I do think, at least for me personally, this is an area where I think it's very much a team with me and Ryan, but this is an area where we have both decided to allow a lot of our family.
Oh, good, yeah.
To come into
the load on this.
Yes, I always tell her, Ava, listen, if I'm not available, go to one of your aunts, or like we're always willing to hear, like if our parents are around and they'll say, well, I heard that happened to you, and blah blah blah. Every once in a while, you'll get an uncle who'll be like, well, just punch him, and you're like, appreciate
We're
the
doing
feedback.
things differently now.
You just never know. Like, and hey, sometimes maybe you might need to punch them.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
At least you can share that.
It's an area where I do like that open communication to hear like different perspectives from close loved ones that we love and respect. Mm-hmm. To hear how things would be handled, because sometimes, you're like, I didn't even think of that,
I will say too, I was thinking as you were saying that, I was thinking about a conversation we had recently and with one of my children. What I feel better about with this maybe is compared to years past. I don't know, maybe not. I do feel sometimes underqualified.
Yeah.
So then I'm very open when we're having a heavy conversation. I'll say, like, if you feel like you need to talk to somebody else, not even family or whatever, that's an option we can take up too. Like, I don't know if that was necessarily a go-to, but I'm like, if you need to talk to somebody who's like more qualified to talk to you about like how you're feeling or whatever, that's something we can explore. Like, we're not opposed to that. And I actually don't feel like I know what the best advice is.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give you the wrong advice. So I'm at least feeling like, I don't have to be like a licensed counselor. I can say, like, there's a lot of help out there.
Yeah.
If I'm not cutting it and you've talked to other people that you love and trust, let's talk to somebody else, I've had to fall back on that for sure.
Yes.
Just keeping myself like that 100%. That's what they're there for.
I love that.
Qualified.
And I actually think, we're not qualified to give any advice, of course,
To
other than
anybody on
it's
anything.
not like we're acting like that at all.
No,
But
right.
I will say, I do think that that's a really important thing to at least explore, because then you're not just creating carbon copies of yourself. Like, nobody knows it all. And like you said, there are many times I feel unqualified, and I lean on experiences from my parents, from my grandparents, but from my coach, from other people in my past, from people in my church, like, to be able to instill that to like, hey, maybe I don't know this, but let's talk to somebody else. I think helps create a well-rounded person.
I hope so. Yeah. I feel like that's where it's like so important that you have a community or a family that you're like but also we're not at all closed off to like, maybe none of us have the right answers for you. So then let's figure out who can help you the best or whatever.
Yeah. Or don't you see moments where, now that yours are like older, there are very much times where either kid, like Ava, will be talking to me and I'll be thinking like, she's too much like me right now, and this is a problem that I don't know how to solve.
Yeah,
like, you have
like
to
it
talk
almost
to
like triggers you, and you're like, this. You
got to talk to your dad or someone from your dad's side of the family. Go call Juju. Like, they can get you out of this, because if I tell you what to do, I know what's gonna happen. It's
not gonna end up.
It's
good.
Not gonna be good. Like, you gotta go talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Well, they always say that too. Like that when kids share something with you, or you notice something about them that like bothers you the most. It's like, triggering something that was an issue for you, or it still is, or whatever. And I'm like, oh man, do I see that?
Yeah.
And I am not the best person to help you then, for sure.
I love that about us.
I'm just going to climb into your pit with you.
Seriously.
And be like, what are we upset about
I
now?
do think that that's the best thing that you can do, if we can give any advice at all, I think, would be to look outside yourself and realize the areas that you're not able to, like, perform there.
Yeah.
And pull, like, use a lifeline.
Go to your resources. Lifeline.
Yeah, use a lifeline.
It literally is a lifeline sometimes, because you're like, I just talked to you because I was like, we were going through something new and heavy. And I was like, tell me, I'm not the first parent to hear this, or you know what I mean? And then it's like, of course not. Yes. No. Immediately you have like resources, and you're saying like, okay, so then also you have resources.
Yes.
Talk to somebody who's a little bit older than you, or talk to, So, yeah. I don't know. You want to end on a more fun one? Because I feel like we could definitely do a whole part 2.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The mom titles, we've only just begun.
Okay, you go. Pick a fun one.
Oh, all right. Well, I thought the next one was kind of fun because neither of us wants to do it.
Oh,
but
cool.
Siblings. All right. What is it? You tell us.
Referee.
Yeah. Conflict mediator.
Yeah.
Actually, not that fun. It's fun when you think about your kids wrestling on the floor, because you're like, oh my gosh, whatever, kill each other. But honestly, as soon as you have more than one kid, this is like 80% of your day, up until a certain age. Where are yours at? Give me hope. Are they? Oh, they're still fighting like cats and dogs.
I will say I shouldn't make that face.
It's different dynamics too, boy, girl.
It's different dynamics. It's there's such different personalities. But now that they're getting older, they are getting closer.
Yeah,
because, you know,
sweet.
you fight through that, and you, at the end of the day, like, you make them, hey, you got to love each other. You're the teammates. Like, you know, it's you
I
guys.
won't be here forever.
Yeah, it's you guys against the world.
Hold on to each other. Yeah.
So they are better. Like when I see them drive off to like go get cookies to make.
When you said she
or,
picked
like,
up Gianni and they went and got food, I was like, oh, I love that.
It's so cute to watch, but
also
they're still. I mean, they're
at
such
each
different.
throat.
Like she's so type A and he's so type B. You know, so and it's girl boy, so it's a lot of like you left your socks on the floor again.
I was gonna say it's not so much the physical stuff anymore. Nobody's like shoving each other in the backseat of the car.
No, they actually never did that.
Oh. Wow. Do you have any like words of wisdom?
Well, I think it's because it was girl boy, so it was like you don't.
I feel like me and my brother used to get
put hands on.
Oh my gosh, man, we would still do it. We were just laughing about how I like flung a rubber band at his eyeball. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like we never did that. My brother, when he started playing hockey, would like check
Brad,
us into the wall.
He'll say, yeah, because she was out of control or something. But like, listen,
I'm gonna ask Brad.
I'm not picking fights with just like quiet kids sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like he'd go with me a little toe to toe. But we were always doing something
like physical?
obnoxious. A little bit when we were younger.
I mean, think back on that. Maybe my siblings can
nothing
comment.
crazy, but like I feel like I distinctly remember like wrestling around with him because I love that I told this. One time I was like, I don't know, just like sitting on top of him and like hitting him or something, and he told me I made him bleed eternally, and he meant internally. But I was younger than him.
He's still bleeding,
and I knew that was the wrong word.
He's still bleeding, Heather.
Fight over. Then it was just a verbal fight. The rest of the night, I was like, "Are you still eternally bleeding?" And he's like, "You know what I meant." And I was like,
I'm gonna have to now. I'm gonna have to ask my brother and my sister. I don't feel like we physically
slap each other in the car when your parents weren't looking.
It was two girls and a boy.
That's something special because I do feel like there's a whole world of internet out there. That's
I see it. It's not abnormal.
Parents swinging their arms around in the car to like whack the kids because they're or I will stop this car.
My dad did say that, but it was more. You know what we would fight about? We would be like, because there was three of us.
Yes.
So someone was
that's
always
already
in the
a different
middle.
dynamic too.
Yes, and it was two girls and a boy, but like it was always, and my brother was a baby, like still is the baby. It was always like, she's looking out my window.
Oh,
because the person in the middle didn't want to look through the front window.
That's what I mean,
like,
just the incessant nonsense fighting. We're still in that, and I'm like, could you guys just not talk to each other
that
for the
doesn't
whole
end.
way? Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, until they're like adults, I can't imagine it would, because then they're just verbally going at each other. Yeah. No, it's just always the dumbest stuff.
Yeah.
Too. And I'm like, when do we grow out of this? I'm losing my mind.
And you know what I started doing is like
in age. I feel like that's all worse.
It's all gonna be that's normal. But I started turning everything into a lesson. Hopefully now that they'll be like so exhausted of lessons that they won't want to do it. But just this Sunday,
or not in front of you at least.
Yeah, no, somebody noticed it. Like when we walked in, like you could see on my children's faces because they also inherited from me, like like your Ava especially, like like the just
something's wrong.
You can tell from her face when something is wrong. And they walked in, but it was because she had like walked down the stairs and he like commented on her appearance. And I was like, whoa.
Oh, okay.
Like you guys are siblings, but like you don't do that. Like you know how hard it is for a girl to get ready for church on a Sunday, try to look fashionable, but try to look appropriate, time blah 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 blah.
He has no
and he
idea.
was like, okay. But I could tell she came down and he like crushed her, you know?
Yeah. But that's what gets harder is like their little nitpicking fighting can actually be a little more vicious because they know witty. Yeah, they know your soft spots. And then it's like, oh, you guys have to love each other though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm deep in it right now with the nitpicky fighting. So I was hoping for light at the end of the tunnel. But I'll check back with you in a couple
think
years.
You'll always be a referee? I don't know. There have been a few times.
Yes. I actually just saw a really interesting thing about when you have beef with your siblings.
Yeah.
Like not complaining to a parent because you're triangulating or whatever. It's like, now it's me and you versus my brother or my sister. And I was like, oh, come on. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
But yeah, I think that doesn't end.
Yeah, no, I think you're always a referee.
Refereeing.
Yeah. Don't love that one.
I feel like
part two
for sure come back for a part two, and that'll line up perfectly because we're still celebrating moms next week. And if you don't already follow, know where to find us on social media, go find us if you're in the mood. We would love for you to give us like a little review anywhere you listen to the podcast.
Only if it's good, though.
A good review. If you don't like us, you should definitely private message us about that.
Yeah.
Please don't bring down our stars. But no, seriously, though.
We would appreciate that.
We would love that. You guys are the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by again, and come back for part 2, because moms deserve a part 2.
They deserve a lot more time. We're going to give it to them.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys next time.
See you later. Bye.